much for inviting me on your champagne hour. I'm sad we can't actually be drinking champagne, but
I understand. Okay, sometimes we have some people come in and they like to bring their little drinky drink, but I mean, sometimes day drinking ain't the move. I get it.
How's your week been going?
It's going great. Thank you so much for asking. How's yours?
It's good. I've been busy back to back. So I had another podcast interview me the other day and just been having meetings and trying to reach people by email. You know how the rigmarole goes. So always busy.
Absolutely. So welcome on into the Champagne Hour show. I'm so grateful to have you here. For you guys that don't know who our guest is, her name is Maxine, and I'm so excited for her to tell us about what she does and more about her movement and how she is uplifting and empowering Black women. So, tell us about yourself, Maxine. What inspired you to do what you're doing now? Give us all the tea.
Yes. So my name is, I'm sorry if I'm not on camera, you all. I am a hot mess. So I figured I would just put my image up here so you guys can see the products that we sell, our vending machine, all of that. My name is Maxine Pittman. I am the CEO and founder of Tress Obsessed. We are a I say beauty vending company, but I say that lightly. We offer women of color and women with textured hair types with their favorite hair care and beauty essential brands that they already use on their hair every day. And we offer them in travel size hair care. We offer the hair care products in travel sizes. So we offer 4 ounces or less. A lot of TSA approved sizes for women who travel a lot for business or for leisure, and we allow them to carry the hair care brands that they, love the most, and the brands that they trust for their hair and their skin, and we allow them to carry them in small, easy, convenient travel sizes.
Amazing. I'm obsessed. So obsessed with what you do.
Well, I guess that's why the name is Tress Obsessed.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, that's why I came up with the name. I mean, I wanted to come up with a name that was catchy. I had, done email surveys, and I had asked some of my girlfriends, like, what's a good name for my company? And, obviously Tresses is another name for hair. So I was like, oh, well, like we're hair obsessed, but hair obsessed sounds kind of weird. So I'm like, maybe we can do Tress Obsessed, and it's catchy, and it's a name that people can remember.
Absolutely. And was there a moment like where you knew you would be in the specific industry that you're in now? Like, tell us about your trajectory. What brought you here?
Not so much. I say this a lot on our social media channels. I was never like a hairstylist. I never did nails, nothing like that. Like, obviously I love, getting my hair done and going to the salon and getting my nails done, but I've never been somebody in the beauty industry. Like, the farthest that I would say in terms of, me being in the professional world with beauty would be that, I used to work at a beauty supply, but that's as far as it went. Like, I didn't, I know when I was in college back in undergrad, and this was back in like 2008, maybe 2009, I definitely knew that it would be cool to start my own business, but I was so focused on like getting my bachelor's degree. At the time, I was thinking about going to law school, and I was, about to graduate and, start studying for the LSAT so that I could try to, become a lawyer. But I had never sat and said, oh yeah, I want to own vending machines. The idea didn't really come to me until I'd probably say maybe 5 years ago. I definitely had thought about like vending machines. I had seen when I was traveling, different places in different countries that I've traveled to. I definitely have seen vending machines that I saw, and I said, oh wow, they sell gold bars, or they sell shoes, or they sell, whatever the case may be. And traveling through different airports, you see vending machines that have crazy kooky stuff all the time. But for me, it was more so, me starting this business was less about like me having a dream about vending machines a long time ago, and it was more so the fact that I wanted to start a business that solved the problem with women of color and women with textured hairstyles. Textured hair types, because I know that when you go into a Target or you go into a Walgreens or a CVS, a lot of the times we even some of the beauty supplies that we go into don't have the products that we need for our skin and our hair. And then and if we can't even find, if we have to go into a Target that's near our house and the items are all locked in a cage, you know that when we're traveling overseas, we can't find the products that we need. Nobody goes to the Caribbean or goes on a trip to, Maldives or Bali and says, oh, I'm going to go find a beauty supply. Nobody says that. So I said to myself, like, okay, well, airports don't have beauty supplies. So we're going to bring this beauty supply to the airports, or we're going to bring the beauty supply to the shopping malls. And I said to myself, okay, so nobody wants to carry around a 32-ounce bottle of shampoo when they're out shopping or they're out with their girlfriends or whatever. But it's easy to carry around a 3-ounce bottle of shampoo, or a 3-ounce bottle of hairspray, or a 1-ounce bottle of edge control. And I said, well, maybe I should start selling travel size and small trial size hair care products in vending machines. And at the time, I was living in Southern California in Orange County, and from, you're from LA too, so you understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, in growing up in LA, it's very competitive. Like you assume like, oh yeah, because I'm from LA, people will support me, all that kind of stuff. It was actually the opposite. Like when we launched our vending machines and we went viral, there were women from the Bronx in New York, women from Brooklyn, Manhattan, Chicago, Alabama, Mississippi, Texas, shout out to there were women down in Florida at FAMU, like hitting us up, college students, grown women. And these women are, 25, 35, 45 years old saying, hey, like these vending machines are amazing. And I thought to myself, I said, you know what, I could take this global. Like I could really take this brand. If I play my cards right, I could take this brand definitely national, if not global.
Absolutely. I agree with you. Your business amidst COVID, tell us what that is like. What was that like for you?
Oh my gosh, a nightmare. If anybody's listening, do not start a business during COVID. Actually, I take that back. There are some good things and some bad things about starting during COVID. I'll be the bad news bears and start with the bad things first. The bad things were that if you're trying to get anything done in terms of legal paperwork for your business, everything was on backlog. Every state or government office or state or government entity that does legal paperwork to open a business, they were like, oh yeah, it's going to take an extra 5 weeks. It's going to take an extra 90 days. So, like everything was taking way longer to get processed. And then also in terms of suppliers, if you have suppliers that are overseas, not only do you have to deal with language barriers and with a time zone difference, some of these suppliers are 10 hours, 15 hours, 16 hours ahead of us. You have to deal with that as well. And then on top of that, because of COVID, we had supplier issues. So if you're ordering anything from suppliers that are overseas, it takes a long time and everything is backlogged. So those are the bad things. But I know that there are a lot of people that started their businesses during the pandemic that are doing very well. And, people who, were able to use the pandemic as their time to get leaps and bounds ahead of what they could typically do, if that makes sense.
It does.
Yes, yeah. So it was crazy for us during COVID. In terms of, like I said, just getting paperwork and then just dealing with suppliers and stuff. It was a lot, but it wasn't. I mean, it was. What I did like about it was I didn't feel, because everybody was inside, I didn't feel this rush to like. And I don't know if you've ever felt this, but as a business owner, I always say that as a business owner is the same as like when you're in a relationship. Like when you're in a relationship, people are like, when are you guys getting married? When are you guys getting married? Then when you get married, people are like, when are you guys having kids? People are always asking you what's next. So you feel a lot of pressure. And as a business owner, even now, I have always felt pressure to, get the next vending machine location out and get the next, always looking to what can we offer our customers next, instead of just enjoying the accomplishments that we have now. And the pandemic was my break from that. Like, and I'm sure a lot of people can understand, like, because everybody was inside, you don't feel this need to like compete and always be looking for what's next, but what goals am I working on? I have to get this done in 6 months. I have to get this done in 3 months. This is my 12-month goal, because everybody was inside and we didn't know when we were going back outside. So it was a nice break in terms of that, to just be able to be inside, build my business, figure out a game plan for what I was going to do.
Can you speak to even how you're dealing with said pressure now in these moments? And to the viewers and the listeners who are here, can you talk about how business owners or just women who are working in tech, because we're both women in tech as well, can you speak to the pressure and how you kind of mitigate that in a way?
Ooh, child. First thing I'm going to say, and I don't know what demographics your audience is made up of. I'm more so speaking to the Black women. Get a therapist, honey. Like, let's start there, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I am all about self-care. I'm all about, like, I'm going on a 10-day vacation in the next 3 weeks, and I am so, like, I have no problem there. I know that there's a lot of business owners that feel like they have to go.
Right.
I know when to stop, and I know when to say, you know what, let me just say this. As a business owner, if you are somebody who cannot be flexible, I do not advise becoming a business owner, because you have to be able to move money around. You have to be able to be resourceful, and you have to be able to be flexible. And I think for me, because I am a very type A personality, I am very like organized, like this has to be this way. And I think getting my own business helped me kind of mitigate that, and it helped me kind of let go a little bit. And I think just, obviously therapy, self-care, knowing when to take a vacation, that is the way that I mitigate those things. And then also knowing when to delegate certain things. Like, if you can't afford, to hire employees, then, find some resources where you can find interns. There's always people looking to get school credit. There's always people looking to get experience. There's always people, that will barter with you. And if you say, hey, like, I respect your time, will you give me 5 or 10 hours a week to complete these tasks, and I'll give you free hair products, or, whatever the case may be, whatever it is that you sell, learn how to negotiate and barter with people so that you can delegate tasks and take things off your plate.
I love all of those points. I agree with every single one of them, especially the therapist. Y'all heard what she said.
Honey, make that therapist appointment. It is needed.
It is. It's a necessity. In addition to vacation and taking breaks, that's even something that I've been analyzing for myself about how to incorporate more rest and more balance, because I think hustle culture is common, and I think that we can get so caught up in achievements, and it's important for us to relax into our success as well, so that we can enjoy the journey, because we're never going to wake up one day and reach a point and say, okay, like, I'm successful. I finally have done it. That's it. It's always this ongoing process of expanding and growing and learning. And you do have to know when to slow down, as you said. I love those points.
Yeah. And also, and I don't know if I touched on this, but also being comfortable with being flexible and being comfortable. I know this is so cliche, but being comfortable with being uncomfortable. Like, I used to be that person that was like, I'm not going to tell people how much money I make. I'm not going to tell people, if I'm going through a struggle situation. And I hate to say it, I don't know if I can curse on here, but being an entrepreneur is a shit show.
Yes.
And it will be a shit show till you can, learn how to get different things right. And you won't always have it right all the time. So you need to learn how to be comfortable with sometimes looking crazy, sometimes being like, dang, I really messed up on that. How can I do better with that next time? Or missing your mark on different things. You're not going to know everything. Like, I think people assume that because, I have a bachelor's degree, and because I have an MBA, and because I know marketing, that I know how to market my business. And I'm like, no, it's two different worlds. Like, I look crazy and stupid all the time, and certain people have to correct me and be like, hey, like, that's not how you do this, because this is my first time running my own business, and I'm running I'm doing a bunch of different things and wearing several hats. So sometimes things are going to fall through the cracks, and you have to be comfortable with that and say, okay, how can I learn next time? And there will be people that will judge you. There will be people that will underestimate you. But guess what? They're watching you. You are not watching them. So always know that. And that's what I always have to consistently tell myself.
Wow. I love what you said about accepting constructive feedback as well. I really do have this theory that that's what helps us expand in the world. That's what helps us grow our worldview as business owners, as people. We have to be able to listen to what other people are saying, not to personalize it and internalize it, but to allow it to help us move forward and move the needle in our operations. So I love the way you worded that.
Just like you said, move the needle and be comfortable. I feel like social media everybody wants to judge each other. Everybody is, tweeting all that. So, and the bad result of that is a lot of creators and people who are creative and people who want to test the waters with different things are afraid to. But you got to ignore all that and just do you.
Exactly. So you help women start their own vending machine businesses. How did that come about?
Yeah. I just like I was saying with my business in the beginning, I saw a need. I heard, one of my professors a long time ago said, great businesses solve problems. And I wanted to solve the problem with providing the vending machine shopping experience with women who needed their travel size hair care in different spaces. And then I realized that, the pandemic brought a lot of entertainment for people that were inside, but it also brought a lot of trends. A lot of people were looking to make money, whether they were using their PPP loan or whatever the case it was, or they were using their tax refunds or whatever. The pandemic had everybody inside, and everybody was figuring out how they could make money and how they could flip a bag. And vending machines became very popular. And there's good things and bad things to that. And I hope nobody in your audience takes this the wrong way, but vending machines have been around forever. Vending machines came out in like the 1920s in order to serve sandwiches to railroad workers. So vending machines have been around forever. There's nothing new with that. But what you sell in the vending machine may be a trend. And a lot of women are saying, hey, I'm going to start selling eyelashes in vending machines, or I'm going to sell lip gloss, or I'm going to sell hair bundles, and whatever the case may be. I think it's always great when women are not relying on and not women, but anybody they stop relying on someone else for their income and they start making something for themselves. That's always a great thing.
Absolutely.
The bad part about that is because they're so it's just like with vending machines that sell snacks and chips and sodas. There's a million different people that sell that. So you have a lot of competition. So now, because everybody wants to do eyelash vending machines, now there's a million different women trying to learn it. Obviously, I have no problem sharing information and sharing resources. Like, I want us all to win. Trust me, there is enough money out there for everybody. I always say that.
Yes.
And even in my corporate jobs that I've had in the past, I've always taken on more of a coaching role. Like, if there were new employees or something like that, my managers would say, hey, can you shadow this person, et cetera, et cetera. So I've always been somebody who always just wants to help and pass on information, even just with my friends and my close personal circle. I'm always like, hey, what resources can we share with each other? And I brought that into my business. Now, I do let women know, like, hey, if you have a few questions that you want to ask me about the industry, if I can answer them real quick, great. But if this is going to be something extended, then you need to be purchasing either my ebook online, or we can set up I also do like 1 hour and 30-minute phone call consultations if you just want to hop on the phone and you have different questions. And then I also provide a business bundle where we offer several different resources to help you get your website off the ground, to help you get all your legal paperwork together. It comes with my ebook. It comes with phone consultations, with like multiple phone consultations with me, videos, and then also just like marketing guidebooks as well, to help people guide through the marketing and the payroll and different dynamics of their business.
I definitely wanted you to touch base on the services that you provide, because this is a very unique industry that you're in. You are in beauty, but again, vending machines, as you said before, they're not new. However, I do want to reiterate that it's a very niched thing that you're doing. So by you providing consultations and you sharing this information with other women, I do think that it's revolutionary, and I do think that it provides a sense of self-sufficiency, as you mentioned, and that's so important, especially to the women in my audience. That's the reason why this podcast exists, so we can help women forge their way into a sense of balance, into a sense of like financial security. So I love that you touched on that.
Yeah, no, and that's, I mean, that's why, I mean, I love when women are coming to me and they're like, hey, I want to sell this, I want to do vending machines, I want to do this, and you know, I definitely love to be able to provide them with those resources, because, you know, I like being around like-minded women, and I know that women coming to me wanting to open in their own businesses and all those types of things, that means we're all like-minded. We're all, you know, we all understand each other and the struggles that we're all going through. But yeah, there's so many different dynamics in my business. So let me break it down. Under the umbrella of my LLC, I have, 5 or 6 streams of income that we've created. Yeah, 5 or 6. So, obviously, you know, we have the vending machine locations. We're currently in 2 cities. So we have a vending machine location in LA and we have one in Atlanta. And then we will be transferring, I guess, our vending machines into our business model. We want to start transferring it into airports as well, as early as later this year or early 2024. So that is, I can't say which airports. I'm gonna keep that under wraps until we are actually signing paperwork, but we will be transferring all of our vending machine locations into airports eventually. So we have the vending machine locations where you can purchase travel size hair care with us in person. If we do not have a vending machine in your city, you can purchase all of the, I think we offer like 60 different products. Any of the products that we have in our vending machines, you can purchase an online order, and then we ship it directly to your home within 5 to 7 business days. So we have that option as well. For travel professionals, we also have a travel affiliate program where we offer people in the travel industry, meaning i.e. travel agents, flight attendants, people who, I know there's a lot of hosts that do like group travel, or they have like their own travel groups as their business. Anybody in the travel industry, we offer them a travel affiliate link. So we have a travel affiliate program where we send information to different people in the travel industry, and when they recommend us to their clients, they get a special code, and when people put in orders on our website using their code, they get a certain percentage of those sales. So they get cash, rewards, and they can make a little money on the side too when they are recommending us. So we have our travel affiliate program. We also have, we have our e-learning where we offer and that's for entrepreneurs who are looking to learn the vending business. And that is our ebook, our e-course, and then our business bundle. Right now, we are redoing our entire website. So all of this will be offered on our new website. We also are, let me see. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh yeah, and that was obviously our phone consultations. So we have that. And then we just recently in February, at the beginning of February, we started and this goes back to what you were saying about allowing other women to shine and helping educate them in the industry. We just started our product distribution program. And what that is when women apply, we allow other small Black-owned brands, and it doesn't only have to be Black-owned. So, you know, if you're Latina, or, you know, you're a woman of color and you're interested in applying, definitely apply. The link is in our bio on our social media channels and in our website. We have a product distribution program where we rent and lease out spots in our vending machines to women who want to showcase their brands and get their brands in front of other markets that they may not necessarily be in, or get their products out there to other customer bases to obviously expand their footprint. So we offer that as well.
Beautiful. So, stepping into the world of beauty, Huge deal. Super proud of everything that you offer as well. The fact that you even had to like go back and remember everything that you offered, those are good problems. Okay? Good problems.
It's so many moving gears. That's why I can't remember it. I'm like, ooh, what else did we offer?
Listen, but can you touch on some of the most important aspects when it comes to being a woman of color in the beauty space? Like, what are some of the best things and the worst things about your journey?
Okay, so let's start with, I always want to start with the worst. Let me not do that this time. So, I'm like, bad news bears. People are like, oh, so let's start with the good things first. So the good things are, first of all, it's International Women's Day. Let's start there.
Yes.
And there's so many pioneers that have come before us. Everybody obviously knows about Madam C.J. Walker, but there's so many others that have, invented the